So I'm going to have to go back and look for that. But I know we did record it, and I know it's somewhere. But this is what happened. I started telling Cy the story, and he said, "Can you hold that for the show?" Because this is he began to get interested, I think. So I was telling Cy, there's this website. I think a lot of people know about it now. It's called Meetup.com, where you can actually meet up with people that have similar interests as you do. You know, if you're in a car club, or you're into fishing, or you're into dog breeding, whatever it is, there's a group for it. If there's not a group for it, you can start one in your city. So I looked at this website, and I said, well, let's see what's available in San Diego. So I noticed that there was this atheist meetup that was forming. And so I registered for it. I went into the site, I registered for an account, and I thought to myself, I'm going to this atheist meetup. I mean, what a better place to find atheists to talk to. So I went to the site, registered. There was a college group in our church of about probably 10 college students at that time. And I said, okay, guys, on Saturday night, we're going to go to North Park, and we're going to go visit this atheist meetup. It's supposed to be like a get-together for atheists that live in San Diego. And so you guys, I just want you guys to observe. You don't have to participate. I'm taking you guys so you can just observe what's going to happen. And I wasn't going there like with a militant attitude or anything like that. And in fact, I got an email a couple days after I registered, and they said, hey, look, nobody has stepped up for the atheist meetup to be the host. And so we need a volunteer. So I wrote him back, and I said, look, if nobody else is volunteering, I'll be the host. Just tell me.
Can we open up in prayer, please?
Just tell me what I need to do. And they said, well, you need to go out and you need to buy some name tags, and you need to kind of just think of some creative ways to get the conversation started once everybody sits down. So we go to this meetup, right? So I get there early. I've got all the stickers with the people's names on them. They're coming in. I got my sticker on it, says Gene on it, and I got stickers on all my college students, and I've got they're coming in. Oh, hey, are you here for the atheist meetup? Yeah. Oh, great. This is going to be great. Shaking hands, giving them their name badges, and I said, okay, we're going to go, and they actually had like a conference room next door where they would host like live bands and stuff like that. So they gave us that room because I guess the owner of the coffee shop was an atheist. So there was about 15 atheists that came out, and I had a group. Not all 10 students came with me. I think I had a group of about 6 to 8 students with me, and we sat down. And I said, "Okay, everybody, my name is Gene Cook, and I'm the host here. So welcome to the first atheist meetup. I hope it's the first of many that we can." It's great. We all have atheism as an interest. It's great we can all come together and share our interests and share our experience. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off. I'm going to go to my right, and I'd like you to tell me what your name is and how you became interested in atheism. And so I had told my 8 students beforehand that this is how I was going to open the meetup. And I said, so when we get to this part, rather than you guys explain how you became interested in atheists, I just want you to tell us your name, where you live at, and I want you to tell us that you're a college student and what school you go to and what you are studying. So we go to the right. All of the people that I brought from my church are on my left. We go to the right and say, okay, we're going to start with you. So I go to the guy on my right. The guy on my right starts talking. He says, I became an atheist when I took some college courses and realized that evolution wasn't true. Okay, next person. So we go around the room. We got people opening up, women like crying, saying, I became an atheist because I was raised in the Roman Catholic Church, and I had all this guilt as a teenager because I was having sex with my boyfriend, and then I realized, hey, this is all just a big fairy tale. And so I was freed from the oppression of Christianity. And so I'm listening to all this stuff, right? It gets back to me, and I said, well, as you already know, my name is Gene. I'm the host here. I became interested in atheism because I'm a full-time pastor. I pastor a church up the road here called Covenant Baptist Church. You should have seen the look on these people's face. Two of them jumped to their feet. I've been deceived. I said, sit down. What do you mean you've been deceived? I've been deceived. I thought this was an atheist meetup. I said, it is an atheist meetup. I thought this was for atheists only. I said, where does it say that? It's for people who are interested in atheists or interested in atheism. And this guy stands up and he says, look, okay, he was the intellectual one in the group. Okay, you're a Christian? Fine. Do you mind if we discuss Christianity in light of atheism? I said, absolutely. That's what I was hoping we could do. So he starts talking to me, and I'm basically using one of the elements of the transcendental argument. I decide that I'm going to use logic because he's saying, he uses the word logic a couple times in his presentation. So I let him talk for about 5 minutes, and I said, okay, well, there's one problem here. You referred to logic, and you referred to reasoning, and you referred to common sense, and you referred to truth, and you're using all this terminology that is really inconsistent with atheism. And he says, well, how so? And so I said, well, let me ask you this. I went back and I said, okay, are the laws of logic physical? No. So they're invisible. They're immaterial. So I started using the transcendental argument with the angle of logic. So he got upset. He started cussing. He said, we are not going to continue this meetup as long as these people are, because at this point I said, and by the way, these are just college students from my church. But we are not going to continue this atheist meetup as long as this guy is a part of it. I said, hold on a second. I'm the host. You need to sit down in your chair. You need to sit down in your chair. If you wanted to be the host, then you should have volunteered to be the host. But the only reason why I volunteered is because you didn't want to be the host. Okay? So don't complain about the way that I'm hosting this meeting. All right? Another woman gets up and she says, I'm telling you right now that I refuse to have anything to do with this. I said, okay, you can be dismissed. So I said, there's another guy that's standing up and saying, hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Do you realize what kind of impression that we are making, how we are representing atheists or in front of these college students? He says, I'm not really concerned about what the pastor thinks, but we've got a group of young people here that are, and we're coming off like a bunch of jerks. So why don't we just have a peaceful conversation with these people? I said, well, there you go. Now we're talking reasonably. Let's have a peaceful conversation. So another guy starts in on me. I shut him down. Boom. Just like Cy does in the video. Just by backing him into a corner within a matter of 3 questions. He's got his back against the wall and doesn't know where to go. And so at that point, they said, okay, look, this is ridiculous. We are not going to continue this. And they said, we want to take a vote right now. How many people here want to continue this? And like one atheist held up his hand. The other one said, nope. They're like shaking their head. It was like an angry jury that was, like a hung jury. Nope, they're shaking their head. We do not want this guy this is not what I came here for. This is not what I signed up for. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I said, okay, look, I'm not here to upset people. I'm not here to deceive people. If you guys don't want to talk about this in a friendly manner, I can certainly understand that. So I'm just going to, as the host of this meeting, I'm just going to call this meeting to a close. I'll be at the back door shaking hands as you're leaving. If you have any questions you want to ask me on a personal level, we can talk about it. But we're going to be right outside there. So we walked to the back door. They decided to have their own meeting. The guy said, okay, I'm the new host. We're kind of watching this about 20 feet away. I'm the new host. We're going to have our own atheist meetup. They start arguing about what just happened. It becomes a miserable experience for them. And about 45 minutes later, we waited, and then they finally left. So I'm like, it was nice to meet you, and I'm glad we, if you have any questions, my website is unchainedradio.com. And so that was the end of it. It was a great faith builder for these college students when they saw the response. Now, it doesn't end there. So I'm doing this debate with Derek Sansone in La Mesa, California. And all of a sudden, Derek drives up in a car and gets out of the car with a woman. The woman was one of the women that was at that atheist meetup. I walked up to her and I said, you look familiar. I know you from somewhere. She says, "You're the guy that hosted that atheist meetup." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You were there. You were one of the people that didn't want to continue." So anyway, if you want to meet atheists, that's a great place to do it. Just go to your meetup website. They have. I still get emails from the Kansas City Atheist Meetup because I was in Kansas City like for a weekend one time, and I just signed up for their group just for grins and giggles. But I get these notifications saying where they're meeting and when they're meeting and all that stuff. So they have them in your local city. I'm sure if you want to go out and make some new friends, it's a great place.